welcome to the latest Rob and Blakey Commentary Box podcast. We're loud and clear on Welsh football. I'm the former BBC Wales football correspondent, Rob Phillips, and alongside me, former Wales international and Premier League player, Nathan Blake.
Yo, peeps.
Yo, peeps. We're coming to you from the University of South Wales Atrium, and we're brought to you with the valued support of the journalism and media courses. Tell your friends, we're available on all social media, say every week, Instagram, X, Blue Sky, Threads. Watch us on YouTube. Get us from your usual podcast outlets, including Spotify. Bit later than normal, but my word, we have a lot to talk about today. We've reached the final weekend of the regular season. Wrexham are right in the hunt for playoffs, but we make no apologies today for starting with Newport County, whose fight for Football League survival is going right to the last day after one of the most extraordinary games Blakey and I have ever witnessed. The 3-2 win over Oldham on Saturday, Blakes, had everything.
Oh, it was the greatest game on earth, man. I swear. It was, I could honestly say anyone who watched, and we're not talking about the quality of football, anyone who watched PSG, Bayern Munich, for everything, that was just pure attacking brilliance, right?
Yeah.
Newport, for everything in a game, right? Some great goals, some sloppy goals, and not just, I'm talking about the game itself. Red cards, which I thought was a bit harsh, injuries, penalties, and last-minute goals. It's just, it was just outrageous, Rob.
It was. For those who've been on the moon, County took the lead through a Bobby Camera cracker. Oldham then scored twice in 6 minutes, but then on 38 minutes, the former Wrexham striker, Mike Fondop-Talham, gets sent off for a controversial challenge.
I don't think it was a red card. Because it looked like he went to head the ball, headed the player, but it was like a 50-50.
But it forced Jenkins off.
Yeah.
Ben Lloyd pulled one back early in the second half. Then there was a long delay as the Oldham keeper, Matt Hudson, was stretchered off. Thankfully, all is okay with
Kroll
him.
should have got booked for that.
Yep. All this time, County were in the bottom two of League Two. There was 16 minutes of injury time added. In the 105th minute, Bobby Camera wins and misses a penalty, saved by a Debenham keeper.
Yeah.
So it stays at 2-2.
Yeah.
Harrogate had won at Walsall. County are rooted in the bottom two. The fans around me are desolate. Then in the 18th minute of the 16th of injury time, Camera earns immediate salvation by timing his run perfectly to give County a 2-1 win. Now, Nath was commentating on Radio Wales.
Yeah.
And in your words, lost your head. I'm slightly changing the word you use.
Yeah.
Headphones, microphones, what happened to them?
Everything went, mate. I just absolutely lost it, yeah. It was just, you can't help but be wrapped up in the moment. And, like, I don't lose it often, right? Because I try and maintain, like, balanced sort of. But it's football, right? It gets to you sometimes. It's just, like, it just... I was not lost for words, but like if you said to me, so what was describe your feeling? It was just like a huge rush of adrenaline. I felt like felt like an 80s football hooligan. Like it was just like I was going crazy. It was bad, mate. Honestly, and when you say for those who've been to the moon, I felt like I went to the moon. Back, I felt like I was on that rocket.
Alex, a County fan on X, said, this has summed it up for me. I don't think a game has left me with both so much to say and also left me absolutely speechless.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't know what to say, right? It was just like, if you put that into a script, into a film, most people would go, it's a little far-fetched, right? I doubt that would happen. But that's why we love football, because the craziest things can happen in football. And it can be sublime brilliance. It can be a mistake. It can be a sending off. It can be a referee decision. It can be a VAR decision. It can be anything. But it just adds to the sort of atmosphere and
Well,
how
as you know,
intense it
me and
was.
my nephew Sean took my dad Derek
Yeah.
to the game for his 90th birthday.
Mr.
So whether he
Phillips, yeah,
survived,
yeah.
he went through everything.
Exactly, because he's an avid Newport fan, right? He's
Yeah.
full on, yeah.
And I said to him, well, that's, you consigned me to this when you took me to Summerton Park all those years ago.
Yeah.
But it's not done yet. It's
No.
probably done. So let me just give you the table. Barrow bottom, 36 points.
They're gone.
Harrogate on 39 points. They're in the bottom two.
Mm-hmm.
Then Crawley on 39, Newport on 40, along
Mm.
with Tranmere on 40. In other words, Newport could even lose at Barrow on Saturday, but providing Crawley and Harrogate
Don't
lose,
win.
they are fine.
Yeah, there's every scenario bar finishing on equal points and goal difference is in Newport's favour, right?
And there's 930 fans on the way up to Holker Street,
I
which is
can believe it.
astonishing.
I can believe it. I'm actually a little surprised there's not more than that. I bet if they
I
had,
think that's their allocation.
I bet if they had 2,000, they take it,
Yeah.
right? Because Rodney Parade, mate, it was just from a different.
It was surreal.
It was surreal.
It
It was from a different planet, man. It was that good.
Crawley are home to Salford, who
Mm-hmm.
could still get into the top three, automatic playoffs, so they won't have it easy. Harrogate entertain Barnet, but they can't make the top three.
Yeah.
Tranmere home to Grimsby, who are already in the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
Sam Foley, former Newport player, manager of Barrow, says, mathematically, we're not technically relegated, but it's a big ask. We've got to try and build for what comes next.
Yeah.
They've had 5 different managers this season.
Yeah, and they got one of the highest wage bills, Rob. I had a look, and they're up like over 4 million.
So your hunch, County do it?
Yeah, I think they will. Yeah. I think Newport will go there and get a result. I would say a win. It was the words of Bobby Camera after. I didn't hear him straight after the game because I was like.
You didn't hear anything. no.
Yeah, well, I was on a cloud still floating, right? So.
Closest you'll get to heaven.
Yeah. So you're all day, folks. So I was on a real high. I forgot. See how you made me lose my point I was trying to make now because I was just.
That's
like,
how good I am.
Yeah, that's how good you are. So yeah, crack on. Forget it.
Okay. Anyway, we reckon we'll be happy this time next week.
Yeah. Also, we were talking about will they stay up? Yeah. I think they will.
Okay.
I really do. It's in their own hands. It's interesting that the other 4 teams are all at home.
Yeah.
And Newport were home last week.
Yeah.
So it's reversed. They were all away last week.
Yeah.
So they're all home this week. Now, if you ask me which order I'd like it in the order that Newport have got it. So you've got your win.
Yeah.
So you're on 40 points. So like you said, if the other teams lose, you're cool. Right? So you've already got your win in the bag. If you can go and get a second win, back to back for the first time of the season, wouldn't that be ironic?
Yeah,
that's why I think they'll do it.
Yeah.
I think there's all these things that are playing out in their favour. And I'm just
We shall see.
Yeah.
Everything crossed. Likewise for Wrexham, because your start of season, look at it on the second podcast we did. It's still there on YouTube. You tipped them for top 6. They lost away to the champions, Coventry City.
Yeah, no shame in that.
No. It's 2 wins in 6 for Wrexham, and now they play
Middlesbrough
on Saturday. They've also won only 2 of the last 6, but they've won their last 2, and they can still get to top 2 if Ipswich slip up, and they need Millwall to slip up as well. So let me put this to you. So this is how it is. Derby on 69 points, they're 8th. Hull City on 70 points, they're 7th. Then come Wrexham on 70 points with a marginally better goal difference. Saints on 77, Borough on 79, Millwall on 80, Ipswich on 81.
Let's work on a law of averages.
Yeah.
Whenever Wrexham have had a game that they've had to win, 9 times out of 10 they've done it, right?
Yeah.
I would say 9.5 times out of 10 they've done it at home. So, I think it's better for Wrexham that they're going up against someone who is still in the hunt for automatic promotion, better
Really?
than someone who sat mid-table, right? Because it is everything, all or nothing on this game. I think Wrexham will win that. I don't think Middlesbrough go to Wrexham and turn Wrexham over. I think Wrexham, like I said, whenever they've been required to step up, 9 times out of 10 they've gone and done it. This is in their own hands. Like Parkinson and the players will know, either we can call this a successful season regardless, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Right? But
Yeah.
we can really put ourselves in the possibility of going automatic to the Premier League. So if we put everything, let's leave everything out there for this game, right? And then you go into the playoffs. That's once you're in, you're in. So for me, I don't think there's any way that Wrexham lose or draw this game.
And they've beaten Coventry and Ipswich at home.
I think they beat them.
In
I
some style.
I really do think they beat
It's
them.
when Kiefer Moore comes to the...
Mm-hmm.
Let me put this to you. Middlesbrough. They're 2 points behind Ipswich with still a possibility of getting automatic.
Yeah.
Ipswich have got QPR. You would think are going to win that. If you're the Borough manager, Kim Helberg, what do? Do you rest a couple ready for the playoffs?
Oh.
If you're
no,
Borough,
I don't rest
like
anybody.
if you're Southampton, you know you're in the playoffs.
Yeah,
on a fabulous.
But it's a rhythm. It's a rhythm, Rob. I would
So
say.
you don't rest people,
Not unless you know people are carrying things.
right?
So if I know Rob has got a really bad knee, I don't risk it. If I know Rob's hamstring has been playing him up, I don't risk it. But if you're always going to get niggles, and you don't go in completely 100%. But if you're thinking to yourself, well, I'm okay to play this game, 2 playoff games and a final. Hey, listen, just keep the rhythm, maintain the rhythm of what you've been doing. You don't want to I mean, if you're Ipswich, you rely a lot on a very squad type of approach, right?
Yeah.
But I don't think now's the time. If that's not your sort of game, I don't think it's time to be switching players who are off the back of wins and in a good form and what have you.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't be thinking about the playoffs if I'm Wrexham. If you're Southampton, sort of slightly different, but still you want to maintain that rhythm because they're on a great run, right? And they drew 2-2 with it.
They did, yeah. It was a heck of a game.
Right, and it was a heck of a game. So
I was flicking in between that.
so that's
and Bayern Munich.
that's the rhythm I'm
Yeah.
talking about, right?
Yeah.
Rob, you don't want to say, I'll take 3 players out, put 3 players in. You lose the game, and then you're in the playoffs, and then you just don't get going again.
Yeah.
You've completely, done yourself, really.
And Derby are the dark horses because they've got Sheffield United, who are
Yeah, I think Sheffield
not
United
in
will
great
do
form at all.
Yeah, I think they do them though. Is that Derby?
Yes.
I think
Derby
Derby.
on a
I think Derby win then.
yeah. So
If it's Bramall Lane, I'd
Beware
go for
Derby.
Sheffield.
Yeah,
Yeah.
beware Derby.
But
Yeah.
I still think, listen, Wrexham win the game, it's over. That's what I'm saying. It's like, as players and managers and whatever and staff, you only ever want it to be in the palm of your own hand.
Yeah.
You don't want to be finishing a game and thinking, oh look, they have they won, have they drawn, who scored, goal difference, all that nonsense. Just if it's in your power to get it done, just get it done.
Interesting as well that they might, the New Zealand international Libby Kakache was back on the bench against Coventry, and Ben Sheaf, really the former Coventry midfield player, really impressive player.
Yeah.
He's closing in on a return. So if they do get a player, so we got to say it again, whatever happens, it's been an unbelievably good season for Wrexham.
It's either going to end in you going up, getting to the playoffs and missing out, or just missing out on the playoffs. Regardless of what you say, all 3 you can say, well, you've been pretty successful this season. Not fairly, pretty successful this season.
Yeah.
For a team that's just come up. A few additions in the summer. You're there.
And they will go again.
Well, of course they will. So they'll be there or thereabouts again next year. I
Yeah.
think you could probably, if they finish 6th or 7th, I think you could probably say, well, their points tally next year will be 2 or 3 places better off. So you're looking at automatic top 3.
Yeah.
That's my opinion.
Yeah. Well, we know 2 of them coming down, Wolves and Burnley. We'll get on to Burnley in a minute.
Yeah.
And, of course, possibly Tottenham. You never know. Or West Ham.
Hopefully Tottenham. I'm just joking, Tottenham fans. I'm just joking.
You don't joke about that.
I'm just joking. Our brother's a Tottenham fan, so it's I'd say he loses mind.
That was Nathan Blake, by the way. Not necessarily the views of the Rob and Blakey commentary box.
Oh, like he's looking after himself here in his Chelsea blue.
Swansea, they played Charlton on Saturday.
Yeah.
They had their awards last night. Guess who won 3 awards for Swansea?
Galbraith.
Close. So let me just go through the awards, then we'll talk about what happened and what they've got this Saturday. Zan Vipotnik won 3 awards, including Players Player and Fans Player of the Season. Fair play, Chris O'Leary got the Alan Curtis Award for services to Swansea. Tony Avo, who a lot of people may not know, but he does an awful lot, Lifetime Achievement Award. Ethan Galbraith won Best Newcomer. Josh Timon, surprisingly, didn't win Goal of the Season, though he won the Championship Goal of the Season. It was Liam Cullen for his long-range strike against Stoke City, which was a heck of a strike. So I'm pleased for Liam Cullen as well, because, I got a lot of time for him. Maddie Murray won the Women's Player of the Season. Chloe Chivers, friend of my daughter's in school, top goal scorer. Best Newcomer, Eilish Mitchell. I hope I got her first name right.
Eilish.
Eilish. Swansea on 61 points. Could get a 64. And now Vipotnik, 25 goals in 48 appearances this season for Swansea, plus a couple 3 for Slovenia as well.
Yeah,
23 in the league.
Yeah, we're going on about it, right? As a player, it's water off a duck's back. You've just done your job. That's what he's paid to do. He's just done his job.
Yeah, but he scored 6 in the last 6
it doesn't matter. You're going on and on and on and on and on. It's like, from his point of view, I'm just giving you a player's perspective. I'm saying this is what I think he'll be thinking. Yeah, great. Thanks for the awards. But ultimately, it's about the club. It's about promotion. And it's about getting the club into the top 6 to go and win promotion. So I'm not cutting down what he's done. I'm trying to say to you what he's done, even though we're lauding it, at the end of the day, it counts for nothing if you're not in that top 6, Rob, right? And that's what he'll be thinking more than anything. And more importantly, I think Vitor, that's what he'll be saying. Like, great, so we got a striker, like I keep saying, you've got a striker who can get 25 goals in a season. Can you go back to back and get that? If you can, and I can add to this squad.
Or can I provide a better squad around
if
you?
I can, well, that's the idea. Ammunition. That's all the investment and everything. A few players in, and you've got to be saying, if you're Swansea, you've got to be looking playoffs next year. It's as simple as that. It's all good saying, 7th, 8th. Listen, it's 6 teams that can, 2 automatic.
8 teams tomorrow.
8 teams next year, right? 8 teams, right? So you've got to be saying to yourself, I got a 25 goal striker in my bag. We got to be, and our fans should be putting that sort of pressure on us to be top 8, top 6, I was saying, top 8 definitely, right? Because sooner or later, if you don't go up, where'd you go?
Yeah, stand still.
Or you go down. Because everybody else is moving forward, right? Wolves, I think, will go for it again. Burnley, always strong in the Championship, very strong in the Championship. Sheffield United will be stronger next year. It'll be a good Championship next year. Norwich will be strong again. Brilliant finish. If Southampton or, Ipswich or whoever don't go up.
You said Wrexham, if they're still in that division.
Wrexham, it's going to be a heck of a division next year. I'd say there's going to be 8 to 10 very, very good teams in there next year.
Yeah.
So going back to Vipotnik, it's not pouring water on anything he's done. And his strikers union, it's what he's done is fantastic. But his personal accolade from the club will never match what he really wants. And that's promotion to the Premier League.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? That's if I'm him, I'm thinking to myself, right, I want to see what players come in through this door now.
So he's just signed a new deal with Swansea.
Absolutely.
If you're his agent, what are you thinking?
I don't know. I think if he signed a new contract and his agent would have encouraged him to do that, I would have thought, because when it's easy said getting 20 goals a season. It's so difficult to do.
Yeah.
And once you've done it, look at his records. Look at his record and see if he's done it anywhere else in any other league, right? Might have got 12 or 15, but getting 20 plus goals in a season is difficult. So if you're his agent, listen, my player's in good form. He likes this club. If this club now signs a few players, his value goes again if he gets another 20, 25 next season and we're in the playoffs, even if we don't get promotion. But if they're in the playoffs, that's a step forward, a massive step forward to Swansea, because they've been Premier League for 6-7 seasons, right? So for them, it's for them and the fans, it's getting back to the Premier League. I don't think they're in a position where they were years ago with the type of players and managers they had, but the ambition has to be the same. It has to be Premier League.
And fair play to Vito Martinez. When he took over, he would have settled for nothing on the last game other than pride. And
because we were talking about relegation at one point, playoffs at another point, then relegation again at another point. Then we went back to playoffs, and then we went back to relegation.
Although there will be a bit of spice because it's Nathan Jones in charge of Charlton.
Oh, there'll be plenty.
And he has celebrated big time at the Swansea.com.
Just to remind everybody, Rob,
Yeah. Who's got Charlton safe? Who's got Charlton safe?
Listen,
fair to him.
I just can't believe, like, Christmas time, Charlton they were talking about promotion.
Yeah.
And I know you're a great lover of Nathan, his management and all that, but that's what I say, when you're hanging, you're kind of hanging, like, not trophies, but big congrats on him, because it looked like they're in a promotion race, right?
Yeah.
To end up 3 months later, that's what it's been. Where are we? April, so 4 months later, to end up being in a relegation battle, it just proves out, even though the championship isn't the greatest this year, it's still a tough league because everyone's much of a muchness, but just how difficult it is to win promotion.
It is, yeah. Well, Cardiff went after him, of course, Nathan Jones, but in the end,
I think BBM plays a better style of football.
Well, they went for Brian Barry Murphy, and having got the promotion done, which we talked about last week, they celebrated with a 1-0 win over Port Vale, which apparently wasn't great. I watched a bit of it.
It's a win's a win.
But then they
went to town and saved it for the celebration.
5-1. Yeah. And if I'm listening to the radio on Saturday, because as you know, I was at Rodney Parade, our friend Jason Perry was full of it because they were giving out pizzas and beer on the side of the pitch.
Sorry for some.
Players' families. And in the end, they're 16 points clear of Bolton in third.
Yeah.
So whenever you kept saying, don't worry, they'll be fine. And actually, they have been absolutely fine.
Yeah. They're fine. But the next stage is...
Well, keeping Nathan Trott.
I think they have to. If they don't, there's a lot of good keepers out there you could probably pick up and put into a championship team. The problem with Cardiff has been, as we know historically, they've had probably over the last, I reckon over the last 7 seasons, they've probably had 7, 8 keepers. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's unusual for a football club. Your keeper is your stalwart, and once they're in as number 1, usually you have to find people who are prepared to be number 2s behind them, right? Because they're there for so long. So, it's just another thing that Cardiff had wrong, basically. They were doing wrong. And once you start searching for the right ingredient, if it doesn't happen and you keep changing managers have different opinion to certain staff and certain owners, so then they want that. Oh, I want that keeper. No, next manager comes in. Oh, yeah, I'm not sure about him. I like him. Oh, next manager comes in. Oh, he make 2 mistakes. Oh, we need to get a new keeper. So there's been that going on at Cardiff as well. So this is why I lavish so much praise on BBM, because there was so much to settle down and get promotion. Was It was almost like fans were like saying, "We expect it."
And with Trott, he sets the tone for the way they play as well.
Yeah, good keeper, mate.
Yeah.
Really good keeper.
Really good at the nuts and bolts, making saves.
Yeah.
But actually, there's no doubt, heart in mouth, he's had a couple of, what's he doing?
Everybody makes mistakes. That's every keeper.
But he does set the tone.
Yeah,
the way they play out the defense.
and what you say is, the more you ask your keeper to play, the more mistakes is going to come.
Yeah.
Because he's not a centre half.
No, he's
It's
not.
like centre halves make more mistakes than they used to in the 90s. Why? Because in the 90s you were told, edit, kick it, just put it in Rose Head.
Yeah.
Now, people like BBM are going, no, Dylan, get it, look up, play through the lines.
Drive 50 yards and score.
And then people are reading those things,
Yeah.
right? So,
Yeah.
you just have to take it. That's why managers come out and say, that's on me, because I'm asking him to do that. It might knock your confidence a little, but what gives you that boost is knowing that your manager's not going to drop you if you're Nathan Trott from one going on under your foot, or, you slice in one to an opponent and he puts in your net. That's going to happen. If you go through a season and you've made, I'd probably say Trotty 3 mistakes have led to goals, 4 max.
And how many points has he saved? With late saves in particular.
Let me tell you, he's wiped that out in 2 games.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So don't focus on what minor mistakes he's made over the course of a season. If there's 10 or 12, then you start going, we need a new keeper. Don't forget, he was just drafted in, as well. So he doesn't know any of the lads. There's so much you got to take into consideration.
Yeah.
Right? Listen, it's been a wonderful season, but
Yes, and we had Gavin Ward in.
yeah,
Still available on
Guad.
Guard, yeah. Gavin Ward, the goalkeeping coach, was on this podcast last
good,
week.
wasn't he?
He was really good.
Bro.
If you haven't seen it, I do implore you to check it out on YouTube, as with all our other podcasts.
I do miss my
We've
old
had
93 team.
Noel Mooney on. We've had Vito Matos. They're all still there on YouTube or wherever you get your podcasts. So check them out. Before we leave Cardiff, they had their awards night.
Who won what?
Ryan Wintle
Won Player of the Year?
won, yes. Took
Fans
two of the main.
or-
He took
Fans or
player of the
players'
season, and Bluebirds. So he won player of the season, voted for by the fans,
Mm-hmm.
and the players' player of the season. Dylan Lawler won young player of the year. No surprise there. Defender Neve Jenkins is Cardiff's women player of the season. Lily Billingham earned the title of women's players player of the year.
Congratulations
And I
on.
mentioned this, Dakari Mafiko, who's gone on loan to Yeovil, also won a Player of the Year award there. I think it was
Okay.
Young Player of the Year there. So actually, it's doing what they wanted.
It's supposed to
it
be
to
doing.
do. Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely. That's the whole idea of why you invest £1 million a year in an academy.
Yeah, and I do feel sorry for all that. I've got to say, Ryan Wintle has been really good this season.
Yeah, he's been brilliant.
Do feel sorry for Joe Bagan. 'cause
No, I mean, it
must have been
happens.
close.
Yeah, well, I think there's a few of them that could be close. I
I
think,
think Bagan has been Mr. Consistency, hasn't he?
well, would you say he's been more consistent than Trott?
Yeah, it's close. Yeah,
Do you know
you're
what I'm
right.
saying?
Yeah.
There's been times in games where, like, I've commentated on them, and I know Nathan's going to make the save.
Yeah.
You know that feeling as
Yeah,
a player? It's so comforting. As a defender, a midfielder, a striker, as a manager, chances are my keeper does the striker more times than not. So I think there's probably 6 or 7. I think NG wasn't in early, but you could definitely put him in the category of one of the top players. I think Chambers, when he's played, he's been brilliant. It's just been a good season. Ruben, when he's played. Joel, you know what I mean?
Who actually won an award on
Oh, well,
loan
there
at
you
Cheltenham
go.
last season
Right.
and has progressed, which is
right.
when we talk about Mafiko.
Yeah.
what
So
he's
there's,
done.
in a promotion season, it's almost impossible to pick out 1 or 2 people.
No.
You've got to say it's a fantastic effort by the lads. Omari,
Yeah.
unbelievable season,
Killing it,
great
yeah.
season. So,
So we've mentioned Wintle and Gian Bagan all out of contract. We'll come to them next week. We've been following Merthyr's progress, having had Lewis Twamley in the National League North. They finished 3 points outside the playoff places, 8th after their 4-2 home defeat by champions Fylde, whose win took them to 100 points for the season and their goal
It's not
tally
bad,
to
is it?
112.
It's not bad.
Fair play. Merthyr scored 95 goals,
Yeah.
despite losing top scorer Ricardo Rees in January.
It's a sickener, though.
In fact, Rees finished 5th in the National League goal scorers chart.
Yeah, it's a sickener.
Yeah.
No.
One win in the last nine.
If you're Merthyr, you're saying congratulations to Rees. If you're a Merthyr fan, you'll be devastated.
Yeah.
Just think you've gone all through the season, like top, second, third, and then right at the very end, the champions come and knock you out of the playoffs. It's gutting.
There we are. Great season for them, though.
It was a really, really good season. Successful to the point of, can they build on top of that now?
Yeah.
Can they hold on to players? Because you've got to say, if they kept Rees and the other lad, they probably end up in promotion. So, do you take the money, or do you take the risk?
Called Jarvis, you mean?
Jarvis, yeah. Or do you take the risk and, go for promotion?
We shall see. Right, we know the teams will play in the JD Cymru Premier European Playoff Final. Penybont will face Haverfordwest on Sunday. Penybont had a goalless draw with Colwyn Bay, then won the penalty shootout. Amazingly, I was reading, Rhys Griffiths' Penybont haven't won a match in 90 minutes since New Year's Day. And now they're one game away from going on their third European adventure in 4 seasons. Good on them. But in the final, they face another side.
Whoa. Rewind. How can you not win a game since Christmas and be in...
No, not in 90 minutes. You didn't hear what I said.
Oh, okay, that's what I'm saying, yeah.
Yeah.
Could you just repeat it? They
So
haven't won a game
I
in
was
90
reading
minutes.
that they'd not won a game in 90 minutes since New Year's Day.
What does that mean?
Well, in other words, in...
Extra time and stuff like that in one game.
Yeah, so they find a way to win. But they'll also be facing a side who are looking for their third European campaign in 4 seasons. Haverfordwest won at Barry Town. Ollie Hobart put Barry in front, but Gregory Walters equalised. Haverfordwest won a penalty shootout.
Okay.
So it's a final on Saturday, 5:25, for a place in the European Conference. A couple of other things I've got to mention to you, Nate. Congratulations to Airbus UK Broughton, who beat Trio in Stars 2-0 to win the...
Sorry.
You okay?
Water went down the wrong way.
To win the Welsh Blood Service... Oh, it's not good for morale. They won the Welsh Blood Service League Cup final to win the trophy.
Who was that, sorry?
Airbus.
Congratulations, Airbus.
Won
Big
it for
time.
a second season.
Oh, congrats. Back to back. Love
Club
that.
Peldroid, Dinas Bangor City won the Dragon Signs Amateur Trophy final with a 3-1 win over Pontardawe at Aberystwyth. Should mention that Sam Vokes is retiring from football.
Yeah, big man.
Yeah, 750 first appearance if he plays for Gillingham this weekend.
Yeah.
Scored 11 goals in 64 Wales appearances, the most famous being
Belgium.
Belgium,
Header.
late header. And you were on about Carl Roberts losing his stuff on Saturday at Rodney Parade. Me, Belgium, 2016.
Okay.
Sam Vokes. We talk about it all the time.
Yeah,
in that
he's still going on about it.
No, good on Sam. Good on him. And his former club, Burnley, we're talking today, Thursday, parted company with Scott Parker. They are now being linked with Craig Bellamy, remember, and Stephen Gerrard, and even Barry Brian Murphy.
Yeah, I can't see BBM going there because he's going to be in the championship anyway.
Okay. Remember on this podcast, Noel Mooney said he expected interest in Bellamy.
Noel Mooney was trying to sell Bellas. Roll up.
Well,
come and get your Craig Bellamy here. Come and get your Craig Bellamy.
BBC Sport are reporting that Bellamy have made checks. Burnley have made checks on BBM.
Okay.
Thoughts?
Well, Cardiff's a bigger club. Why would you go? Unless they're paying you a ridiculous amount of money. And Burnley's a yo-yo Premier League club. And Cardiff are yet to try and get it right. They've been there twice and come down twice. If they can if they can put people in places instead of relying upon the same people they've relied upon before, it's not worked. The owner at some point has got to accept that it's not really my game, football. So I'm going to employ people. The problem is as soon as there's any success, he wants to be, all right, it's down to me. We know. It's down to his money. Absolutely. I say all the time, credit to him for putting the money in he puts in. But he bought the club. That's the whole idea. But when it's going this way or down, you have to put more money in. If it goes up, you put less money in.
Yeah.
And take the plaudit. But don't try and take plaudit for things that you've done on the hop and it's got lucky. Like, I don't believe BBM, like I said last week, we're not going to say that was a lucky thing. We'll say they've done their due diligence and they chose well. Keep that going. Do you know what I mean?
I said Barry Bryan is Brian Barry.
Yeah, you kept saying it, but I was thinking myself.
No, I said it once.
You said it 3 times.
No, I didn't. I said it once.
Yeah. Barry Bryan Murphy.
Do I pick on your mistakes? All the time, Raf. All the time.
Yeah.
So,
I was only going home at half time.
You said no money.
No, listen, I'm
Craig
winding you.
Bellamy.
I'm winding you.
The interest is going to be obvious.
It's you can't avoid it. That's just where it is. But I think, you've seen Stevie G around quite a bit. I think he's probably on the verge of taking something. And when he talks, you can hear he's itching to get back in as well.
Yeah.
And he's a bigger name. It's as simple as that. And that's what the American owners will go for. I think that's a big thing in America. Plus, he's got success at Rangers behind him. Didn't go so well at Villa, but Craig have said on record he wants to go through the European campaign. I know money talks, right? But I'm just going on the basis of what
we know,
what I know, rather than do you think he will go? I don't know what his contract is with Wales. I'm quite frankly not interested. Just hope that he stays and does what he says, good to his word, and goes on to the Euros, the Euro campaign. But if he broke his word, listen, that's football. It's not a criminal act. It's just the way football is. Someone's going to financially give you stability for the next 20, 30 years of your life and your family as well. Well, you take it, you do it, right? So
I do tend to think the Wales job suits him.
Yeah, I mean, we'll never know until he moves into club management. Of course he will, yeah, at some point, but we'll never know. But I think Stevie G is probably ahead of Craig in the pecking order of who Burnley are looking at. Yeah, they'll look at Craig. And if Stevie couldn't agree, then you go on to your next candidate. That's the way it is. But I think Craig is more, I think what he said is, I'm staying with Wales because I think he wants to qualify for a tournament for himself. And that's not being selfish. That's sort of acknowledgement of the work I've done. Because you kind of felt we deserved to go to the World Cup.
Well, we should have.
But
we missed a good chance.
Yeah, missed a great chance. But that's football, right? So I think Craig stays with Wales. I think Stevie G is probably more inclined to go there, especially after what's happened to Lampard, winning the championship. All these things you've got to take into consideration. I think he'll want to crack at the championship, even though these players never played in there. Once you manage in there, you realise, actually, God, it's tougher than I thought it was.
Oh, it's a really tough league.
It's a tough league. So, yeah, I think Craig stays put. Fingers crossed, anyway. And I think you should probably see Stevie G go in there.
Okay, we shall see what happens. Before that, though, what a weekend we've got ahead of us. It's going to be nerve-wracking.
My heart can take
I'm
it,
going to be
Rob.
watching cricket in Hampshire, but I'm on the Glamorgan beat again. Has to be done.
This is a football podcast. You don't have to keep talking about Glamorgan on you, so you get more work.
So
you get more work,
there are
people.
Football fans.
You get more work, people. This is what he's doing. You gotta realise what he's doing.
There are football fans who are
He's opening his other cricket fans and other cricketers going, come and commentate for us, Rob.
I love all sports. Yeah. Apart from tennis, maybe. Anyway.
Hey, don't hate on tennis, man. I love my Wimbledon.
I don't hate anything. But anyway, that is it for the Rob and Blakey Commentary Box podcast.
Short and sweet.
We're loud and clear on Welsh football. We talk a bit of cricket too. And we will be back when everything is sorted next week. Join us then.
On the port.